Hello, good morning, and welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. We have two American whiskeys. The first one is Jesse James American Outlaw Bourbon whiskey, aged 2 years, produced somewhere in the United States and bottled in California. Does bourbon have to state where it's produced? No, because if it's bourbon, it is from the USA, some states. And sometimes it's a blend of bourbons from different states. It could be Kentucky and Indiana bourbon, for instance, or Tennessee bourbon blended together. So it just would be bourbon or American bourbon, and it's bottled in California. But it does not say distilled in California. Now you notice there's condensation building up on the neck. You might not be able to see that, but it's like a terrarium. There's condensation just by the design. From the design of this bubbled neck, I think the fumes from the bourbon are going up there and the water's staying. So it's kind of sweating inside. This is produced by American Outlaw Spirits, owned by Jesse James Dupree, who is a singer who does a rock. I don't know about a rock star, a rock singer. I mean, most people wouldn't recognize him, but including me. But anyway, there it is. Introduced 2011. This is the 2-year age version. Most of what you're going to find is age 3 years. Okay. They also make a Tennessee whiskey small batch. They make a spiced bourbon and a honey flavored bourbon. Okay. And they sell a lot of apparel and glassware and stuff like that. Here's a competition. The competitor is Virginia Black. It's got this mirror on there, which catches the light. It's got this chrome covered plastic cap type thing. You know what I mean? Not chrome, but trying to make it look gold plated. And it's got an unusual bottle design. Dark glass at the bottom, light clear glass at the top, and it's got this molding. It looks like a cologne bottle. Guess they're trying to make it look like a cologne bottle, but I wouldn't recommend putting this on as cologne and go to work. Okay. Now, it's produced in Indiana, and it's aged 2 years, and it says not from Virginia. Why is it called Virginia Black? I don't know, but it's not from Virginia. All right. I guess it sounds better than Indiana Black, which is what it really is. Okay. Price. This will run you about 18. Jesse James. The Virginia Black, I'm not sure. I know Mathern's has the regular size bottle. This is a half size bottle. They got the full size bottle for $32, I think. And it's in a rubberized box. Got a texture rubber feature over cardboard, and it's opens up. It's kind of fancy, but a collaboration between Brent Hocking, founder and creator of the original De Leon tequila, and the award-winning artist, songwriter, rapper, and actor Drake, who I think is from Canada. Anyway, what does it say about the product? A personally selected collection of 2, 3, and 4-year-old bourbons, finished with a decadent profile. 2, 3, and 4-year-old bourbons. Now, if it's a blend of 2-year-old, 3-year-old, and 4-year-old bourbons, why isn't it sold as bourbon? Oh, and by the way, if you use those different ages, you got to go with the youngest age. It's really a range, right? 2 to 4. It's really 2 to 4 years old. But it's legally a 2-year-old bourbon. But why is it sold as whiskey? You say, well, bourbon is whiskey. I know, but it's a type of whiskey. So why are they just selling this as whiskey? I think the clue is right there. Finished with a decadent profile. Meaning, I think they're putting flavoring in it. Or coloring, or both. You can look at the website. I got the thing below, the link below. Doesn't tell you a whole lot. It's got some nice little graphics. Let's see. People are going to ask about the prices. Total Wine and More. I don't think they sell it around here, but I know Mathern's has it. Okay, they do. They have it in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. $38.99. Ooh. Yes, I think maybe Mathern's was 38, but I thought it was $32.99. But anyway, Daryl Macias, good morning. Ronald, good morning to you. Okay, I did not pay the full price for either one of these. I got the Jesse James. This is a liter bottle, by the way. It's 25% bigger than your standard bottle. $7.99. $7.99 for the liter. True story. Sun is coming up, but it's going to take another hour, I guess. Here is it's just the very early inklings of dawn. Here is the Virginia Black. You see a light from outside hitting it, that bottle cap making it blue. See that blue light hitting it? Look at that. That's actually from down there. This was $10. Not for the half size. It was $10 for two. Two halves make a whole. So I bought a full amount, 750 milliliters for $10. Not $38.99, but $10 at Savannah discount. Where else? So I wasn't passing it up. I didn't know a thing about it. I said, I never heard of Virginia Black. What is this? It was $5 for the half size, so I bought two to make a whole, and I paid $10 plus tax. So it's amazing, but it's true. And it had like a little paper shroud on it, like the old tax stamp. And you had to tear it to open it. That way, at least you know it wasn't opened. It's a good thing. You know it wasn't opened and replaced with some cheap stuff. Perfect. Appearance. Well, the Virginia Black is darker. This is copper. That's mahogany. A darker brown. So is it colored? I don't know. You say, wait a minute, you can't call it a colored whiskey. You got to call it a whiskey of color. That's the correct way to say it. This day and age. Okay, a whiskey of color. Okay, what a big difference. Now, I don't know if they add in color, but I suspect they are because they're not calling it bourbon. It's a blend of 3 different age bourbons. Maxwell, good morning to you, Maxwell. Maxwell's coming in from the Russian Federation. Okay, Moscow, I believe. Moskva. All right. I'm going to guess this on aroma only. You hear what I'm saying? Well, let's hope I do. Smells kind of faint, plain, charred oak, sweet corn, a little bit of dried fruitcake fruit. Typical bourbon smells. Similar, but I'm getting this like creme brulee. And the, I don't know if Virginia Black is designed to smell and taste like a creme brulee, but I do think it is. Yeah, this has got to be the Virginia Black. It's just got too much of that odd aroma on it. Got it. 2 in a row. on aroma only. 2 in a row on aroma only. I've only got it wrong once in the whole series. Moskva. Moskva. Yes. Okay. All right. Probably already starting to get cold over there. Yeah. So the only complaint, if I was going to make a complaint, I'm not really complaining, but the only complaint I can make about Virginia Black is that it's a little bland. Okay. It's a little dull. So you say, and Eric Fraunfelter last night said, well, that's a low end bourbon. No, what did he call it? A bottom shelf bourbon. It's not a bottom shelf bourbon. Go to a liquor store, you're not going to see it on the bottom shelf, but it's, lower end, the lower rungs of the liquor section. But it's still going to be about $18 to $20. In the kind of little cheaper than Buffalo Trace or Jack Daniels, but more expensive than Evan Williams and Jim Beam. So in that range. But the really the bottom shelf are like 10 High, Kentucky Gentleman, Kentucky Tavern, McAfee's Benchmark Old Number 8. Those are really your bottom shelf bourbons. Even though they're made by Buffalo Trace, they're still cheap. Buffalo Trace does really expensive stuff like Pappy Van Winkle, which is like $100-something a bottle, and they do really low end cheap stuff like McAfee's, which you could get it for $9 a bottle if you shop around, perhaps. Virginia Tavern, Virginia Black. It tastes kind of like a roasted marshmallow. You know how when people are roasting marshmallows over the fire when they're out camping or behind their house in the backyard in the fall? It tastes kind of like that. It got to be added flavoring. You say, well, is it natural flavoring? I'm sure it is. It might be, could actually be literally what they're using. They might be using fire roasted marshmallows. You say, well, that would be expensive to sit there and do that. Yes, it would be. But the product is expensive, considering what you're getting. It's $38, $39. Very hot weather, no humidity, 94 degrees. Woof. We're only in the 80s, 84. Well, we have a lot of rain and clouds this month, so. And we always going to have humidity here. But you're way out in the middle of the continent. All right. Which one tastes better? Well, you see, they're both quality products, so it's hard to say which one tastes better because it's a personal preference issue that we're dealing with. I kind of like that unusual Virginia Black flavor. I like creme brulee. I like roasted marshmallows, which I never eat because, what are you eating? Sugar and vanilla flavor or something. Oh, but anyway, it's got all of those. It's an unusual product. It is an unusual product. I gotta admit that. But unusual doesn't mean bad. It just means unusual. It's not like the usual. So would somebody drink that and think it's bourbon? I get the feeling that they would not think it's bourbon. Get a lot of wood. I don't know what they would think. I really don't know how people would react to this. Have I ever tasted any other liquor that tastes like this? I really honestly have not. It's unique so far. So I think Virginia Black is a unique product. I'm glad I found it for $10. I wasn't going to pay $38.99 for it. I mean, I might have theoretically done it and said, yeah, one day I'll buy it. But then one day would never happen. You know what I mean? So I stumbled across the $10 deal and I got it. a third of the price, almost a quarter of the price, the way that, it's going. So would I recommend it? Yeah, but if you find a good deal. I wouldn't go pay $38.99 for it myself, but you might have a lot of money and say, that's nothing to me. That's chump change to me. $38. Well, then you can buy it. Okay. Would I recommend Jesse James for $18? Well, on its own merits, it's good. And it did score an A. It's well made. I think his contractor did a really good job. And I think they wanted it to be mild and all of that. There is a charred oak note, however, but it's muted compared to what I'm tasting in my right hand. So I would say, yeah, buy it, but see if you can find a deal on it. Like, just check around. Maybe it's no rush. So somebody might have a special offer that you might see this month only, $14.99, something like that. Then you can snap it up. But $18.99 for Jesse James, I would be reluctant to buy it, because you could get Evan Williams Bottle and Bond for $14.99. It's much better than most bourbons I try. Just regular Evan Williams Green Label. I know where I can get it right now for $9.99. $9.99. Even now, I could go. Well, I mean, the last time I was there, I saw it, and it wasn't long ago. That one is arguably as good or better than this. Can you find great deals in bourbon? You certainly can. Do you have to pay a lot of money to get a great bourbon? You certainly do not have to pay a lot. People think they do, but they don't. And they'll say, "Ooh, Evan Williams, that stuff's the worst." Oh yeah, that's garbage, and all of that. But don't listen to all of that stuff. Evan Williams has a whole line of things that could keep you busy for years, just doing Evan Williams, the Green Label, which they don't even list on their website. You may have trouble finding it. I know where to get it. Like I said, their standard Black Label, age 4 years, 86 proof, not 80. And that was interesting, very interesting. Then you've got that 1783. You've got the Evan Williams Bottle and Bond. You got the there's a small batch this, a small batch that, that, and the other thing. You get on their website and they'll show you all different types. So you could stay very busy with just that company right there. And you wouldn't have to pay a lot. And it'll keep you entertained and interested for over a year, probably. And then you could go to Ezra Brooks and it would be the same thing. Another inexpensive, best from a different company, Lux Road Distiller, but it would keep you interested. See, for another year or so, if not longer. So, and then you got Evan Williams during the Christmas season. They've got their Evan Williams eggnog, which is fabulous. Fabulous. I got the Ezra Brooks Bourbon Cream in the cabinet, which I have a feeling is going to be great. I got it for $11.99 at Walmart. Can you believe it? $11.99 for Bourbon Cream at Walmart. True story, not a lie. So the winner today, there is no winner. I'm the winner because I guessed it correctly, okay, on aroma only. But as far as the two products, I guess we'll have to say Jesse James is the winner considering the price. It's significantly cheaper. So it's $20 cheaper than Virginia Black. So I don't think Virginia Black justifies that $20 more price, $20 more per bottle price. So that's but they're both fine, no complaints, no real complaints with that. So what's coming up on the next time we do it? Oh, well, I think we're going to be moving into Sazerac products, Buffalo Trace products, such as Ancient Age, 10 Star, which are going to be a great challenge. So be back here in 3.5 hours, y'all. 3 hours and 40 minutes for Stout Sunday. Thanks for watching this video production.